Hello. I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Plus, I am waiting on Linda to log in here. Then we can get started. Get my little comfy position. Okay, while Linda is logging on here, I want to welcome everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Nita. I'm one of the admins of Autism and Us. Let me move this over. Okay. I'm one of the admins of Autism and Us as well. I have an almost 13-year-old son who is on the spectrum. Hi, Linda.
Hey, can you hear me
I
now?
can't hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
hey.
Yep. Okay. Go
Hi,
ahead
I'm
and
Linda.
introduce
I'm the
yourself.
other admin.
Okay, and what we're doing today is a little different. So instead of having the Sunday Live, Let's Talk Autism, Autism in Us version, in our main support group, we opted to do it on the main page. So I want to welcome everybody who's here. We're going to give it a few more seconds to see if anyone else comes on. But in the meantime, are you able to share
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna
'Cause
try
I
that
don't.
now.
Okay. We're going to share it in the other group as well. We welcome you guys to share this live. Now, what this is, for those of you who haven't joined us before in the group, this is open discussion. So what we do is we talk a little bit about autism, anything goes, as long as it's not too, out of whack. But you can ask questions. You can help us answer questions. You can give suggestions. No drama here. If it's something that doesn't agree with you, please try to refrain from bashing people on this live, because you will be removed immediately. We don't want to have that. We want to have a nice, pleasant, open discussion tonight. And again, this is public. So for those of you that are in our closed group, if you want to just sit back and listen, you can. But we want everybody to say, hey, we're trying to open up to allow everybody into what we do. And if you're not a member of our group, one of our groups, we have two. We have the Autism and Us support group, and we also have the Autism and Us discussions and more group. So the Autism and Us support group is our free group. It's over 20, well, we have 26,000
Yeah, I think
members,
coming up,
I
yeah,
believe.
27.
Yeah. And the discussion group is an up and coming group. We're still growing. It's our paid subscription group, which you will get a free trial for the first 7 days. And then it's only 99 cents a month. And you'll still get the same great support that you get over at the support group, but only we have a few extras like our focus lives. And speaking of that, we had an awesome focus live today. So if you missed it over in the group, you have to join, you have to watch it. It was one of our members, she calls herself Mimi Lulu B, and she took us on her journey with her son, who is autistic. Um, when she found out he was 2, all the way up to 16, she did an awesome job. She said it was her first time doing a live, but she gave it in great detail. We learned a lot from the things she said. So get on over there. Free subscription, 7 days for the first 7 days. Afterwards, it's only 99 cents. And I promise you, there are several lives in there now, maybe about 5, and you will enjoy all of them. So, we'll talk about the groups after this live. But good evening, everyone. Jessica, Angela, RS, Belinda, Sonia, hello. And for those who are watching behind the scenes, hello and welcome, everyone. So, this is open discussion. So, whenever you guys are ready, you can post questions, put out some tips, tell us a little bit about yourself, your child, your grandchild. What's that? Was that me?
Hey,
I'm
Shanna
getting
and
feedback.
Brandy. Yeah, I lost you for a
Okay.
second too. You froze. Mhm.
Oh, okay. Hey, Brandy, welcome. Welcome. So we're giving you a guys, you guys a little look into what we do every Sunday in our group. Did you share
I
it to the
did. I
group?
shared
Were
it
you
to
able
both
to?
groups. And
Okay,
we're
great,
at
great, great.
27,000, I mean 26,777. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now that's in our Autism and Us support group. That's wonderful. That's the free group. You're welcome to join. Um, but wow, that's fantastic. Those numbers have been going up
Yep.
quickly. Hi, Trina. Welcome. Welcome. Shanna. Um, did I say hi, Brandy? Hey, Pam.
Hey, Carrie.
So, Carrie's here too. Hey, Carrie. Oh, before I forget, happy Father's Day to all of you men out there who are fathers or who have stepped in. Um, I hope you all have had a great day or are having a great day still. So happy Father's Day to you. This day is for you. Hi, Sean, Michelle. How are you? So anyway, I'll just start talking till someone puts in a question here. As I said in the beginning, I have an almost 13-year-old son who is on the spectrum, and he was officially diagnosed when he was 3.5. He's a level 2 and a level 3, which means some things he needs assistance with, and other things he needs a lot of assistance with. So he's doing ABA home therapy. And for the summertime, well, he was going center base once on Saturdays, once a month. I mean, every Saturday, I'm sorry. But now since when they get out of school, he'll be going to center base twice a week, and he'll do home base twice a week. So it'll be Monday through Thursday. So he'll do center base for the socialization, and home he does for things he needs to know around here, and hygiene and um, how to clean up behind himself, um, talking, learning how to ask for things he wants. And since we started last October, we've seen a lot of improvement. So he's trying to form words. He hasn't really mastered sentences yet, but he is trying to put two words together. So we're getting there slowly but surely. He was nonverbal for a long while. Um, and he started a few years ago, a couple years ago, he started saying a word or two here, or trying to at least. But the people is familiar with, he knows everyone in the family's name. Um, so he can say that, and his nieces, and he knows how to say "I love you." And when he has to go to the bathroom, we still have toilet issues though. But he does express when he has to do number one, and he'll let you know I'm going to the bathroom. So, and he just started doing that over the last couple weeks. Used to have to ask him, "Do you have to use the bathroom, DeAndre? Do you have to use the bathroom?" But now he's gotten into a routine of letting us know that I'm going to the bathroom right now. Okay, very good. The only thing we have to work on, we're still working on, is the number two issue. He's got it a little bit. Sometimes it's like a hit or miss thing. Sometimes he will, and sometimes he won't. He's a fun loving little guy. He has meltdowns. They are plentiful lately. He started doing this screaming thing, and we don't know what that's about. Other thing is he has gotten really afraid of bugs, and I mean any kind of bug, ants, flies, spiders. He's scared. Um, it takes him a while to go out on the porch. Now you have to kind of prompt him and to get him out there. But other than that, he's a fun-loving little guy. He likes hugs and kisses. Um, He is on medication because he's also been diagnosed with ADHD. And if anyone who has a child with ADHD knows the what they do and the kind of energy they have. So not only he can't sit still long enough to focus on a task, when he gets up in the morning, a normal everyday person who doesn't have ADHD will probably have to sit on the edge of the bed and kind of wake up. Not him. He wakes up and he's ready. It's like I'm jumping out the bed and I'm jumping off the walls. So um, we do have him on medication for that, and that's only to help him focus. We had to go through a couple different medications before we found the right fit for him. First couple, they kind of had him spaced out. I didn't like it. And this last medication he's on now has him just right, where he's able to focus and sit still and doesn't bounce off the wall. So it helps. He also takes clonidine because he doesn't sleep. Because of that ADHD, his little mind just keeps going, and he will literally stay awake for 24 hours. So we had to find a solution for that. Melatonin did not work for him. I know a lot of people say you should have did that or tried. We have. Trust me. That stuff just went pure. So we had to get the clonidine for not only for him but for us because no one was getting any rest and we do work. So he needed to get 8 hours and the clonidine helps him. And I'm thankful for that. So that's a little bit about me. Do we have anything out there yet, or did you want to say anything,
Um,
Linda?
I guess I could share mine. Um, let's see what Brandy says. Brandy says, uh, hold on one second. Brandy says, yes, I have a cousin that has ADHD. My son is Dominic. He was diagnosed with autism and ADHD. I get along real good together. So I noticed, I don't know if I just read this or if I just heard this. I believe, well, I think it's I don't know. I guess more boys are diagnosed, I guess, with ADHD as well. With ADHD, whether it's independent of autism or with autism, because autism is also more diagnosed in boys as well. But independently, ADHD is more diagnosed with boys as well. Now, autism and
Mhm.
ADHD, I guess, because there's more boys with autism, I guess that would be more too. Because there's not
Mm,
a whole lot of girls. There's a fair share of girls on this in this group with autism though. But yeah,
yeah, yeah. Those it was two
hmm
separate
yeah,
diagnoses for
because I
us.
noticed that
Yeah,
there's a fair share of
yeah.
people
And I
with
believe,
the dual diagnosis in this group as well.
mhm.
And hi, Angela.
Hi, Angela. Sorry, not coming through again, but
Yeah, that's what I noticed. I noticed the messages are hit and miss because I have two screens open and mine is showing up but not the other. So Angela, I think we might be missing some messages. Yeah, some of your texts.
okay. He start ABA tomorrow. Does OT and speech 1 hour a week, but when they start therapist, he was used to work with him while the new one shadows and got used to him. But with ABA, they are going in deep. Oh, he's doing ABA separate of well, I'm assuming 1 hour a week. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay,
Well, that's good. He was approved for 20 hours, 2 hours a day. Okay, 2 hours a day.
oh no, no, it's okay.
Oh, go ahead, Linda. I'm sorry. I was still.
Trina, Trina,
Huh?
Trina said that she had three kids on the
Oh, go
spectrum. Her
ahead.
oldest is 28, and her daughter 24, and her youngest is 9. That was another message that was skipped.
Okay. He's okay. How old is your son, Angela? I was trying to, you know, get through this. That's what was taking me so long getting through it. How old is your son? 20 hours of ABA doesn't seem bad, especially if he's only doing 2 hours a day. My son does 4.5 hours a day,
Oh,
four
he's
days a
really young.
week.
I believe this
And
is Riddick's mom. He's almost 3.
okay, okay,
Hmm.
almost 3. Okay. Yeah, if you think it's too much, try it out. But if you think it's too much for him, you have a right to say, lessen the time. You don't have to accept it. You can go in slow if you think it's too intense because he's so young. Okay, and Sean says, attention, faith, and love is the way. Have 11-year-old daughter with Rett syndrome, no talking, walking diapers, but her facial expressions tell it all. Lovable girl, daddy's girl. She needs help with everything, and that's okay. nice to have people talk about. Yes, yes, it is. It is nice to have them. Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah, and when even when they're nonverbal, you can
Hmm.
tell they have feelings and they can express them in their own way. But that's beautiful, Sean.
And you really do learn your kids. You learn just like you learn babies. You don't need the words. You still learn their language. You still learn everything about them without the words. So you still know their needs and their expressions and
Right.
their they still get their point across.
That's me too, Dinah. Yeah. And Belinda says, my 13-year-old has trouble sleeping. Melatonin doesn't work for him either. What's your son's diagnosis, Belinda? Is he ADHD? Yeah, we tried melatonin. It just, I don't know. Well, you saying it was something you were saying about it last time, Linda, the melatonin, when we were on the other discussion. Oh, you
About
froze.
what was it?
Did you hear
You were
me?
freezing in.
The
Oh, what was it
melatonin
about? The medication?
that our
Oh, mhm.
bodies make it. You were saying something about, I was saying it didn't work. Belinda was saying it doesn't work for her son, and I was saying it
Yeah.
doesn't work
It
for DeAndre
mhm.
either. But I can remember
That
you were
I
saying,
was talking
okay,
about it on
go
the
ahead.
CBD discussion. Melatonin will work if that's the cause
Uh-huh.
of lack of sleep. Your body naturally makes melatonin. If your body is not making enough melatonin and that's the reason why you're lacking sleep, then you would replace that lack of melatonin and then that would help you sleep. But if that's not the cause of lack of sleep, it's not going to,
Okay.
it may not resolve the issue of helping you sleep. Or it may not be strong enough to help you sleep.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be effective. And you may just need something stronger to help you. Of course, check with your doctor and everything, but yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Of
And it's a
course. Of
naturally
course.
occurring thing in your
So,
body.
okay, he started. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it doesn't work for DeAndre at all.
He could be making plenty, his body can be making plenty and it just could be not effective.
Okay. Well, that's interesting to know.
Hmm.
Because, see, I didn't know that. So, thank you. Okay. Oh, Pam says Ralph doesn't like flies. I don't know. Lately, DeAndre, I don't know what happened. I don't know whether he got bit and he's seen it or what, but he won't go outside
Maybe he
unless
had
you
a
prompt
nightmare
him.
about him or something.
And flies too.
Hmm.
You're right. So,
That's one thing that Emily doesn't like is the flies, I think, because it can up and follow her where she can run away from the other ones.
Brandy says Medicaid is not paying for ABA. Wow. I thought Medicaid would. Maybe that's just
California
here. Where
pays
are
for
you
it.
from? Yeah. Right. What state are you in, Brandy? You froze again. Okay. Now I see you moving. So I would say um maybe wherever you're at, maybe try a county or try to get with a autism network around you. like Autism Society or something like that, and they probably can help you. Um, Even March of Dimes, they can help with finding
Mhm.
services and may possibly help see where to help
Also,
pay for it.
Easter seals
So I would call.
will do it too. Ours goes through
Oh yeah,
Easter seals, but ours is paid
yeah,
for
yeah,
by Medicaid, but ours goes through Easter seals.
yeah. I will call one of them if Medicaid is giving you a problem, but I don't know. I guess different states have different laws or rules for that. How they go about it.
Hmm.
Oh, she's in Houston. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that Houston, but yeah, I would definitely make some calls. Yeah, Jason, they do kind of go hand in hand because, like Linda said earlier, uh, especially with boys, they get that. It's just two different diagnoses. The sleep issues go hand in hand with autism too, with most of them. But yeah. But do you have reason to believe your son is ADHD? Does he focus? Is he always on the move? Can't sit still? Okay, we kind of at the top scrolling down, so if I miss your answer, um, that's why. Okay, Pam says Ralph never had ABA. Okay, that's is it because you didn't feel he needed, Pam?
And some people have never had ABA, and ABA could always come into
Mm,
play at any time. Like Emily had it up until
mm-hmm.
preschool, and then she hit school district, and then she had behavioral services throughout, off and on throughout school whenever there was an issue or behaviors came up. And then she didn't, she hasn't had it recently. I mean, she didn't have it for a while. Then they implemented it the last 1 or 2 months of school because they wanted to watch her for the last 1 or 2 months of school because she's getting ready to go into high school and there's going to be a big transition. So they wanted the behaviorists to see her and get to know her, and then they're going to transition with her until she gets used to the new school. So they're going to have that behaviorist working with her. But I also just got her back into behavioral services, so she'll have ABA start up hopefully right mid-July when I get back from Japan. So it can be,
Okay.
um, if you were interested, Pam, and your state has it, it can always be implemented. I mean, at any point in time when you feel like there's a need for it. Like it doesn't have to start when they're young.
Right, right.
Oh, and I think Dinah's saying yes, our bodies make melatonin.
Okay. I'm looking in the other group.
Hmm.
Don't mind me for 1 second.
Okay, and Angela says 2.5. Yeah. Um, yeah, I agree with you, Angela.
Okay.
We had behavioral services, and I had to stop them from Emily because I think it was 3 days a week. I could be wrong. It could have been 4 days, but I think it was 3 days a week, and they would not go to 2 hour slots. They would only do 3 hour slots, and it was after school. So she would come home from school. They wanted to start up. They wanted to give her like 15 minutes after school, and they wanted to go from 3:15 to 6:15, and she would be on medication. So that would kind of have her sleepy by the end of the school day, and she wouldn't be able to last to 6:15, but they wanted to keep I would tell them she's going to fall asleep. They would try to keep her awake and they wanted to keep her going. They would not work with me with having smaller slots. They said, oh, no, we don't do less than 3 hour slots. But they were non-flexible with that and they insisted on 3 hours. So I actually ended up discontinuing the services because it was too much for her. So it ended up being more erratic and more anxious, anxiety causing for her, and it just wasn't for the betterment. So I actually stopped her services on that because it was just causing more chaos than anything else.
Yeah. So yeah, if you think it's too much,
Hmm.
open
Exactly.
your mouth.
And
Open your
and now,
mouth.
so they try to put me back with that same company this time around because this was last summer, and I just told them it doesn't make any point to go with the same company because I already know their policy.
Okay.
The doctor thinks it's the buzzing noise he thinks he hears. The lab.
Oh, from the
Oh,
flies. Okay. Well, see, that's interesting. Well, I know it's not just buzzing noise because
yeah.
he
Unless you can
little
hear them.
ants, but I would like.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh, he can.
Hmm.
His bugs are poisonous. Okay.
Well, that's good because some of them are.
Yes. Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, I did feel. Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, are you
definitely
talking to
call.
Angela too?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No, no, no. I
okay.
was talking to
Yeah, Angela.
Brandy.
Yeah,
But
I
go
felt
ahead.
like that, especially in the beginning. I felt like it was just way like she started when she was about four. Well, everything started to come into play at 14 months. And then everything, all of her therapies were in play by the time she was 16 months, and I felt like it was just way overwhelming for her. Um, I just felt like it was way too much. So whenever I felt like she didn't have enough sleep or there was just too much, like she was too tired or there was too much stuff going on, I didn't hesitate to cancel some things. So if she was having an off day, she was having meltdowns, or she, like I said, she didn't get enough sleep, I didn't hesitate to cancel some of them. So that's just the way it fell. So ABA was the most frequent appointment. So that was like 4 or 5 days a week. So unfortunately, that one got canceled a lot. But I just played it by the way Emily felt, and I did what I thought was best for Emily.
Mhm. Yeah. So definitely open your mouth. If you feel it's too much, too less, or however, you have a right to
Hmm.
at least request. And Brandy, what I was saying, yeah, definitely get in
Hmm.
contact with Easter Seals. Definitely. And they never offered ABA. Um, is that something you're interested in, Pam? I mean, you can request it. Maybe ask your doctor should have
Yeah, because
information
Pam, I never
about it.
knew that my hospital, my medical services worked with behavioral services, ABA, until we went to the psychiatry department and we talked about medication. I never knew that they could prescribe it until we got to that level. They never mentioned it, they never said anything. I knew it could come through the school and I knew it could come through the regional services. Never knew it could come through her medical doctor, her medical services. So, yeah, just start asking anyone who provides
Yeah.
any services to Ralph. So ask his doctor, ask any of his workers, anybody that works with him, his school.
School,
Yes. So
even the
ask
school social
everybody that
worker.
works with him, anybody that provides respite, ask all of them about ABA services and just see. Just if everybody says no, then you've asked every resource, and at least you've tried.
Yeah, because when it was offered to DeAndre, I actually got the referral from his neurologist. Well, she actually put him into play therapy, but That didn't work out for us, and then we tried to go through ABA, but I had issues with my insurance for a long time. So finally got through. But yeah, the school social workers too can they should all have a list of that information. And Jason says he is always moving, but he can focus on some things like puzzles, can sit and do those. Oh, he likes puzzles. Okay, so you found something that's, if it interests him, he can sit there. But if it's something, and that's sort of like my son, I guess with his iPad or his car game, because if I allow it, he can focus on that real good, no problem. But you take that away, and it's chaos. It's chaos. And in school, for a long time, he wouldn't sit still to focus on his lessons or anything. He just had to move or had to do something. So,
And looks like
yeah.
Angela's asking the same thing about Riddick with ADHD, and she's saying it's hard because he's almost 3, and they're supposed to be filled with energy like that. Um, when Emily was this age, of course she was a little girl, but she was doing the same thing. She couldn't sit down and watch TV. She'd be standing and she'd rock back and forth, or she'd walk around. If she was coloring, she'd stand over her table and stand up and color or draw. She'd stand at her table to play with Play-Doh, or she'd stand and play with her toys. She was just always moving. She'd always be walking around. The older she got, the less active she got as far as having to move around. And when we did take her to finally took her for medication for to the psychiatrist, he said he treated her with the medication like 80 like that he would normally prescribe for ADHD. He said, "Now I'm not diagnosing her with ADHD yet, but he said I'm going to prescribe her with medication that I would give to somebody with ADHD." He said, "With or without hyperactivity, I don't know yet." So, and that really calmed down a lot. But I heard that hyperactivity does calm down as they get older. So it very well could be. So
I
it very
wish
well
mine
could be.
did.
So, but and then too, everybody's different, and she's a girl too. So I don't know if it was just different with her, but I seriously thought she did have it when she was younger. But she's really changed a lot as she got older, and then the hormones and stuff came into play and everything. So and girls mature. Yeah, and girls
She's more
mature a lot
relaxed.
sooner than boys. So.
Yeah, I was hoping for that too. I was told that he would
Hmm.
probably, as he gets older,
Hmm.
it would probably start
Hmm.
calming
Yeah.
down, but not yet. It seemed that he really went into overdrive a couple of years ago. So it's like it got a little worse than what it was. But hopefully, I'm hoping that now he's getting into the teenage years that maybe something will click and he'll
Mm.
just,
Yeah.
calm
Because
down
his
a little
metabolism
bit.
and everything is going to stable out soon too here. So maybe with all that and puberty and everything, hopefully that'll have some effect on it. Hmm.
Hopefully.
Oh, and
Well, you don't have, yeah, they do want the hours, but you don't have to accept them. And if, like Linda was saying, if they won't accept
Mhm.
what you need, then move on to another company. But it's, you think of it like this, the techs are working part-time, so you figure, yeah, they're gonna try to get uh, what they want and what the insurance allows. But for me, DeAndre needed it. So he right now he gets the we were allowed 20 something hours, but he gets like seven, what is it, 18, 17, something like that a week, but he needed it, and we've really seen a difference. And then, I'm sitting there, I'm involved, and I'm learning things too. I'm learning how to work with him, learning how to get him to be more independent with his hygiene. Um, and then she helps me with the bedtime routine, which we have problems with a lot too. So yeah, but
It is.
that is
It
true
is.
though,
And that,
Melissa.
and I'm pretty sure she's
Hmm.
referring to probably her own situation as far as also referring to Angela. And that is true. They do want the hours. And that's what I felt like too. And that's why I kind of felt like it was unfair to Emily because here you are wanting the hours, but there are certain hours that they can use in office working on the case, working on different reports, and working with the parents as well. And they were working so rigorously as far as working Emily, we have to work this many hours in a cluster, they weren't even willing to break it up. But when they get to that point to claim hours, it wasn't right to me. So that's when, yeah, that's when, okay, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to it's the child who's supposed to be benefiting, not the company's, money situation and finances.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we when we sat down though, we took all of that into consideration. But like
Hmm.
I said, DeAndre needed it. It's more like we're
Hmm.
playing kind of catch up. And so with the
Hmm.
involvement and the socialization
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah,
you know,
because the hours are,
you know.
mhm.
But yeah, you have a
Yeah,
right to,
yeah, because the hours are
yeah,
always,
go
yeah,
ahead.
the hours are always really good. Yeah, as long as, yeah, the hours are
Mm-hmm.
the hours are always beneficial. Of course, yeah, they're valuable.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hi,
Jason says they give their
Kristen.
son melatonin. We used to give Emily melatonin when she was maybe from the time she was 2, and I think it might have lasted until she was about 4,
Mm.
maybe almost 5. And then it didn't. It did work. It worked
Did
for a
it
bit,
work?
yeah. And then it didn't have an effect after a while. And actually, it would only get her to sleep. It wouldn't keep her asleep. It would just get her off to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, they can't. They gotta have to
Hmm.
constantly do something, Dinah. Constantly
Hmm.
something. It has to be something.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
I
scrolling
wondered
up
about that
here.
because I would wonder about the testosterone. She said, no, my grandson will be 15 and is on Ritalin, something with puberty that makes them more restless. I was wondering if it would take some time to adjust with that. Hey, yeah, I was
Really, that's
wondering about that.
interesting.
Hey, Kristen. Huh. And so, Jason, is your son in ABA? If he's still here.
And what? Oh, that's good. He did real good, huh? I missed the post. I'm gonna have to go back and see. But good, Kristen. No, I think I did see. I think I seen on my page. But that's good. Yay for Benjamin.
Yeah, this was yesterday. Yeah, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I thought I seen it yesterday. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was good. Oh, he's not in ABA. Okay.
Are you guys, any of you, in any other types of therapies? What types of therapies are you using?
So some of these kids, is he 3 yet? Jason, I think he is, right?
Who
Jason's,
is that?
yeah, he's 3. So he's in preschool now, I believe. Um, and then Riddick is not in preschool yet. So Riddick is,
Okay.
uh, oh my goodness, there was over 500,000 people there. Oh my goodness, yeah, he really did well.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a big crowd.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So Riddick is oops. So Riddick is going to be an ABA until, well, I mean, he can continue ABA after school starts, but I guess when he turns 3, he'll be going to preschool.
Oh, okay, Jason. Jason
Oh,
says
okay.
he just got
So he
done
goes
with
back in the
preschool.
fall or in September or August.
Okay, so they consider
Hmm.
level one high functioning, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Therefore, no ABA. Yeah.
Well, Angela said he's home
Oh,
with
okay.
me and his
Yes,
little
high
sister
functioning.
all day.
So Riddick is going in. So when is Riddick going to be 3? He's going to preschool soon. That was he did really good. Oops. Cool. So Jason, does the melatonin happen to work for your son? And does it keep him sleep through the night, through the entire night?
And
Hmm.
if it does, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, really? He doesn't go until he's 4?
You
Hmm.
would think they would want him to kind of get that earlier intervention with school, but they want him to wait till 4. Wow.
Yeah, because here, so my kids didn't, my 3 kids, my 3 older kids, Uh, so I didn't typically my kids didn't go to preschool. My first 2 didn't. My third one did only because he had a speech delay. So he only went to preschool like 2 days a week, and it was only for that. Then Emily, it was mandatory in the state of California, uh, with a disability like autism. It's mandatory when they turn 3. So on that third birthday, the first school day after that, they have to be in the preschool program for special needs. And so she was there. So that was 3 years old. So it's strange that they're actually making him wait. Yeah, because all the services were in the preschool, embedded in the preschool program. So that's strange that they did that.
Yeah, we had to get DeAndre, and this was just before the actual diagnosis. He had to go to
Hmm.
preschool, um, but that was part of his early intervention.
Yeah,
So I'm really surprised they're telling her to wait
yeah.
till 4. Wow. And Jason says, I think if Asperger's were still a diagnosis, he'd be diagnosed with that. No, he will wake up. Oh, he wakes up in the middle of the night with the
That's what I
melatonin.
was wondering.
Okay.
Because I feel like the melatonin, because the way that melatonin works naturally, anyways, is when it gets dark, the melatonin starts to kick in your brain.
Mm.
It starts to produce and increase. like with the cycle of the sun and the sun's cycle. So when the sun goes down, your brain starts to produce and let go all the melatonin, and you start to get sleepy, and your brain starts to know it's nighttime, and you go to sleep. It sends you off to sleep, but that's what it does. It sends you off to sleep. So when you take melatonin, it gets you to sleep, but you don't stay asleep, because if you continue to keep producing melatonin through the night, then come morning, you'd still be asleep. So melatonin, when you take it at bedtime, it just gets you to sleep. So it doesn't keep you asleep through the night. So that's why I was wondering how effective it was on him. Mhm.
And that's interesting because they were saying something about like just going by what you're saying. Like when you go to sleep and you keep a TV on, that
Mhm.
false light or whatever it is from the TV, you're not really
Mhm.
getting a
Yep.
restful sleep. You're asleep, but you're
Mhm.
not getting that REM sleep
Exactly. Yep.
because that light. Yeah. Okay.
That's like
See, that's
that's like people who try to
interesting.
sleep in the daytime and
Interesting.
work graveyard, and they try to sleep in the daytime. You're changing that
Yeah.
whole cycle around.
I I've tried that. I was on what
Mhm.
we call Sea Crew a few years back. So it was 2 days on days, and I had to do 2 days on afternoons. Well, that's
Mhm.
a body up and down body adjustment,
Mhm.
every week. So when I tried to, I come in from work after working, midnights. We would get off at like three
Mhm.
thirty in the morning. But by that time, in the summertime, the
Mhm.
birds are chirping by 5. So you get home and you try to relax, and then you say, "Okay, I've been working 10 hours,
Mhm.
get ready, get in this bed." Mm-mm. I had to go buy me
Mhm.
some blackout curtains for my room. So when I when
Mhm.
I did work those shifts, I could go in, my room would be totally dark, no noise, no nothing. I
Yeah,
just close
exactly.
it and go to sleep. Hmm. Well, now, Kristen, I'm like that too. I have to have my TV on and my fan. I have to hear something at night. It can't be totally quiet. That's the only way I can get to sleep. Yep, Jason, that's how I was. It was hard to sleep during the day.
And Angela, your question when you said about firing one of the therapists, that one didn't come through. I was looking for that one. And
Oh, she had something
she asked if
else?
that one came through. That one didn't come through. There was one that I posted and it came through on one screen, but not on this one. And then I noticed another one that she had posted too didn't
Okay.
come through.
Yeah, I don't see anything about that either. Dewana, you say the colder the better. Yeah, with the fan. Yeah, my kids laugh at me. I have the fan on, blankets on my bed. What's wrong with you? I'm hot and cold. Hi, Marcia. Glad you can make it. Hey, Marielle, how are you? Denise, hello, hello. For those of you who are just joining us, this is our Sunday live Let's Talk Autism. the Autism in Us version. We usually do this in our closed group, but this Sunday, and we're going to do it one Sunday a month from now on. We're going to do it on the main page here once a month. We usually do this in our closed group, but we're opening it up once a month to do it on this page. So if you're new here and haven't liked the page, make sure when you leave here this evening that you give us a like. We'd appreciate it because we are still building. So your likes will help us out a lot. That's you too, Duana. Doing good, Marcia. Hope you're okay this evening too.
And I posted a link to the group.
Oh yeah. And the link Linda posted up is the Autism and Us support group. This is our free group, and we're headed towards 27,000 members. Pretty good. Conversations are rolling in there. So if you haven't joined the support group, we we ask that you go on over there and do that now. Lots of discussions going on. It's parent based, so lots of parents in there. Although everyone is welcome, but it's parent based, so it's lots of parents over there that are on the same autism journey, although a little different, but we're all on the autism journey. So you can go over there and scan the group, um, um, give your introduction, share some tips if you want. Yes, Kristen. Yeah, I tried to, well, I did announce it a couple of times in the group that we were going to be on the public page, just in case. We know a lot of you like to be in a closed group with it, but yes, we're going to do this once a month. And what is this, the second or the third Sunday? This third Sunday, I think.
Second or third Sunday. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll do this every
Yeah, I think it's the third.
third Sunday. Hey, Marielle. Yeah, we will do this every third Sunday. We're gonna have it on the main page, and just so everyone knows, the main page is public. That means anyone will be able to participate and see this. And we ask that you share this live since we're on the public page. Um,
Okay, see you later,
oh, let me get
Kristen.
my. She's calling me. Boo. Bye, Kristen. So we ask when you come to the public page, share the live because you won't be able to share it when you're in the support group. Also, I want to mention we have our paid subscription group, which Linda also put a link up there, and it is Autism and Us Discussions and More. This is part of the Autism and Us family, and this group is you get a free trial for the first 7 days, and then it's only 99 cents a month. And this group helps to support what we are doing with the Autism in Us community and our plans for the future. Our main feature is the Focus Lives, and it's we're going to have parents, therapists, educators over there. And we call it Focus Lives because they focus on one topic. And then you go in there for about an hour. Um, Great discussions that go on. Earlier today, we had an awesome discussion um, from a parent named Mimi. Um, she took us into her and her son's world, excuse me, from the age of 2 to 16. He was diagnosed with autism. He wasn't able to communicate. She worked with him and worked with him, and he became a little more independent. So she did an awesome focus live. So free trial to view that. 7 days for your first 7 days. And after that, it's only 99 cents a month. And that helps to support us. And plus, you'll get the things that's up and coming. We also have a great interview for those that were interested in CBD oils. We have an interview in there regarding that. You may want to get over there and view that. Awesome. Awesome. So check us out. Click on both links, join both groups. You'll still get the same support in both. We are still building, but we're hoping that you guys will help us out.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
And
done. I'm
the
just
99
rambling.
cents goes to support Autism and Us and the things that we're trying to do with the group. The money goes right back into Autism and Us. And the subscription group is a new thing that Facebook is doing, so it's still under beta. So we were offered one, I guess, because Autism and Us support group has grown so big. So it it's growing so rapidly as well. So it's something that Facebook is starting to do,
Yes.
is to have subscription groups now. So fortunately, they offered us one to try to. We were offered one in the beta phase, so we're taking advantage of that, and we made our discussions group with the Focus Lives over there. So we hope that you go over there and try it. And as Nita said, we do have some Focus Lives over there, some really great ones already, and it'd be great to go over there and check those out.
And we thank you in advance. And also, don't forget to give us a like on this page if you haven't done so already. And if you've been a part of the Autism in Us community, the support group, and you uh, gotten some help, or you think it's a great group, or you think Autism in Us and what we're doing is wonderful, give us a good review. And you can see the reviews are here on the main page also. So that helps us to continue to grow too. So we are over an hour now, but we still have the floor open for a couple more minutes. If anyone has anything else. Dewana says it's so hard being so far away from my grandson and his parents. I would do anything to live closer to be able to help. Oh, I'm sorry, Dewana. Um, how far are they from you? I'm sorry. Yeah, I know that could be hard. Thankfully, Riddick's 6'7" father was upstairs. See how she had him, but heard what was going on. He used to say,
Did you see what
"Oh
happened,
wow,
Nita,
yeah,
with Angela Riddick? Yeah, that.
yeah." I
Oh
was
my
reading
goodness.
that. Yeah,
Oh man.
no, yeah, yeah.
Thankfully, it was in our
Thankfully,
house too that she was able to be there when it happened.
thankfully,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a good
Yeah.
thing you were there. And Marcia says, my son made me cry, but it was a good cry. Oh, a good cry. Okay. Well, you want to share with us what he did today? What happened? Did you want to add anything else before we log
Um,
off?
no, I put the links of both pages on here. So the support group, so go check out the support group, Autism and Us support group, um, and Autism and Us discussions and more. And We're at 26,777 now. So, uh, yeah, if you're interested in joining, go ahead. Both links are up here above in the comments, and we'll see you over there.
Yep, and thank you all. Marielle, it was good seeing you. That's one of my good friends and co-workers. Um, and we will see you all in the support group and discussions group because I know you all are going to take advantage of that 7-day free trial.
Thanks.
Thank you. And um, we'll be back next Sunday, but we'll be in the support group. But thank you for joining us. Yeah, picture of Grandpa is
Aw.
all beautiful, Marcia. Thank you for sharing with us. Love you too, Marielle. I'll call you later. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate that, girl.
See you
All
guys
right.
next
See
week.
you
See you
later,
guys later.
everyone. Thank you. And remember, you can share this live with others, even when we log off of here, because it'll be up. And if you want to share it, feel
Night,
free.
Angela.
Feel free.
Night, Angela.
That's what
Night,
we want.
everybody. Thanks. See you guys next time.
Good night.
Bye.
Night, everyone.